Is there a dollar shortage now, and is that the catalyst for central banks to blink?
It's going to be one of the catalysts. There is a dollar shortage, and the rise in interest rates in the United States is particularly dramatic for EM. They have a terms of trade shock, those that are importing commodities. They have a rise in interest rates because of what the Fed does, and they have their own domestic inflation, and then the weakening of the currency that increases the real value in local currency of their own debt. So for them, it is a perfect storm. Some of them have a lot of reserves. Some of them don't have reserves. Some of them receive IMF money. But there is right now a strengthening of the dollar that is implying even further tightening of financial conditions in the rest of the world. Now, I think that eventually the dollar is going to have to fall very sharply because we have a twin fiscal and current account deficits. In other advanced economies, you have a fiscal deficit, but you have a current account surplus. And now we're essentially using the dollar as a tool of national security and foreign policy. We're weaponizing it, rightly so. Sanctions against Russia, against Iran, North Korea, China. We're starting, by the way, a tech war with China, economic war.
What will be the catalyst for dollar weakness? How do we get there? Forget about this Plaza Court. Peter Gopinath laughed at me.
It's going to be essentially the Fed wimping out. Once you see a severe recession.
What does wimping out mean? That means blinking, right?
Yeah, blinking. They're going to blink and wimp out because you'll have a severe recession.
Wimp out, that's a new economic term.
It's a
mega threat to wimp out.
Well, either you're a hawk or you're a wimp, and so on, or a dove in this case. But that's going to happen. And once the Fed is going to essentially prevent an economic and financial crisis, or try to prevent it by essentially stop raising rates, even inflation is too high, then the dollar is going to start sharply weaken. That's going to be the trigger for it. Because what's raising the dollar is, of course, the tight monetary policy.